Hey, what's up guys? It's Jack and welcome back to another video. And we're going to be talking about whether or not Modern Warfare 3 killed XDefiant or if XDefiant's a dead game. And when you look at the score of this gameplay real quick, I specifically recorded it over here and edited here. Because this guy here, Verga Master or whatever, which is actually kind of a funny name if you understand what that means. Basically, this guy whooped the shit out of me and the rest of the lobby. And then whenever he would kill me, I would start to realize right there, I'm like, oh, that's why. Because he's using something completely busted, which is acoustic sensor. So right now, you are going to see myself create my own acoustic sensor class. Because acoustic sensor is more busted than SitRep Pro from the original Modern Warfare 3. So you'll see here, you know, I was playing very casually and actually experimenting with a gun that I never really use all that much. And that's the Peacekeeper. So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to create my own acoustic sensor class. Because every once in a while, you got to show people, man. You got to show people that, look, yeah, you're using something that's really powerful, but if somebody else puts himself on an even playing field, it's not going to be enough for you to win the game necessarily. So I think the gameplay that follows will speak for itself. And as a matter of fact, the guy ends up actually quitting after this game. However, I thought I recorded that, but apparently I didn't. Either that or my Elgato cut it a little short for whatever reason. I don't know. But anyway, I hope you enjoy it. So I don't even think I finished creating this class either, which I don't. Like, I'm about to get my perk 2 wildcard in, and then I just, for whatever reason, I couldn't, even though it's all the way to the right, couldn't get it. So I was like, damn. But anyway, that doesn't matter. What I ended up getting was enough. So, and then of course the only bad part was that we had to play on this map. I don't know what the hell Treyarch was thinking with this map. But anyway, let's talk about this discussion briefly, really, because it doesn't really need to be a long discussion because it's plain and it's simple, and it all started with a video that 8Thoughts made yesterday, as well as, well, not just a video that 8Thoughts made, but also, or should I say the Ghost of 8, but also, like, there are people in the community that are saying this, and this is where I want to bring it in with you guys. So some people believe that XDefiant is going to be a dead game, or at the very most, after about 2 to 3 months, the game is going to die. That's what they believe. And at the same time, there are, you know, I mean, XDefiant, you know, he's genius. XDefiant, 8Thoughts is genius when it comes to also making videos, because he will make topics that people want to listen to. He will title the videos correctly, and he will talk about that. You know, he's not clickbaiting at all. But it is an interesting subject nonetheless, because there are people out there that are, obviously they're Call of Duty fanatics and they're loyal to Call of Duty for numerous reasons, some of them valid, some of them make me want to scratch my head. But regardless, you know, there are people that truly believe that Modern Warfare 3, regardless of its problems, has killed XDefiant. And of course, within the same parameters of that discussion, there are people that believe that whether Modern Warfare 3 or not killed XDefiant or whatever, that XDefiant would still be like a dead game at launch for whatever reason. You know, sometimes it might be lack of content, which is what we covered yesterday, because, you know, again, compared to Modern Warfare 3, despite its problems, you know, Modern Warfare 3 has a lot more content than XDefiant's gonna have. I mean, XDefiant is only offering multiplayer, and in the form of casual and competitive, right? But at the same time, it's like, well, it's not always, here's the thing, like, what I'm thinking is it's not always about quantity, right? It's also the quality. However, in games nowadays, like, games are getting bigger nowadays, right? It's one of the reasons why they take so long to make. Like, back during the Black Ops 2 days, just to give you an example, that game was like, what, 7 gigs or something like that to download, or something like that, or to install. And, you know, not very big. I mean, sure, it's content filled and all that kind of stuff, but games are getting more complicated to make. They take more time to make. Fans want more, so therefore it just takes more time. The teams need to get bigger and blah, blah, blah. Okay? And the thing is, like, there is a point to that, but at the same time, it's like, well, you can still have something like XDefiant to where, okay, they only offer multiplayer, but no SBMM, devs know what they're doing, continuous content post-launch, a game that could actually feel very good. And at the end of the day, what really, like, when you're looking at games like Call of Duty, what really does propel Call of Duty to that other level? And that is multiplayer, right? It's how multiplayer is designed and developed. So Now, the total content at launch may not be up to par in terms of what Call of Duty multiplayer offers. And again, I'm just naming Call of Duty because it just makes sense for that comparison, especially since, you know, the discussion is also partially like, hey, Modern Warfare 3 killed XDefiant or caused XDefiant to be delayed even further, or XDefiant will not release at all, blah, blah, blah. All of these, like, the fact that people are assuming that XDefiant won't release at all, I think is just, I think a lot of those people are letting out their frustrations with the fact that they have to wait. They've been waiting this long for the game to release, and there's been delay and delay. Which is understandable, but again, the game will release, and if it doesn't release, you can sure as hell guarantee that we're going to cover it here. And I would be shocked if that were to be the thing, you know, if Mark Rubin were to say, you know, hey, we decided not to release the game or whatnot, but I seriously doubt it. So I just think it's people that are being, you know, they've had enough of waiting. There's been delay after delay. So, I mean, it wasn't like the biggest delay ever, but at the same time, again, there are also people in the community that are like, hey, better a delayed game that is complete than an incomplete, non-delayed game that is just not operating. You know, that's the thing. XDefiant really needs to stick its landing because it knows that in terms of content, it's not up to par. It knows that it's only offering multiplayer. There's no campaign or anything like that. There's no battle royale. There's, you know what I mean? There's no third game mode like a zombies or a horde or a survival mode or anything like that. So they know, you know, so it's like whatever they are offering, which is like, let's say optimistically 1/3 in terms of like the amount of whatever ever like some of these AAA titles are offering, like, well, you know, they know that they need to literally stick the landing on that and to make it good. And one of the first things they need to do, the most important thing they need to do, is to make it operate properly, right? It's got to be, you know, the hit detection's got to be solid, the server's got to be good, and all that stuff. So, but my opinion, no, I don't think Modern Warfare 3 killed XDefiant, but Call of Duty enthusiasts, the guys that will remain loyal to Call of Duty for a numerous amount of reasons, may disagree. But I want to know from your guys' point of view, do you agree? Do you disagree? Or do you think it might have played a role? I mean, if anything, you know, obviously there's been technical issues that have been causing delays, but at the same time, Modern Warfare 3 was releasing at around the time when those technical issues became a thing, because the game was originally going to release 4 to 6 weeks before Modern Warfare 3. So, but yeah, this was the gameplay, guys, and I want to know down in the comment section what you think in terms of the topic that we discussed today. And I'm really curious as to your points of view, and I know I'm going to get plenty of them, so I'm looking forward to what you guys have to say. So anyway, that pretty much concludes this video. I like to thank everybody for taking the time to watch and or listen. I really appreciate it. You guys have been awesome with the amount of support. I couldn't be more humble than I am today. So thank you very much, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.